My name is Aleisha Lusk. I'm a member of the emergency response team here in Wellington County. And when I'm not doing my duties as a member of the ERT team, I just help with frontline policing. I've been a member of the ERT program for 8 years now, and 6 of those years in Wellington County. So as an ERT member, we're very often working outside, doing physical activities, and that's what really appealed to me. I love being outside, I love being active and getting to do something different every day. What's better than that? With the ERT program, you have to do it. It was 10 weeks of training when I went through. It's now 11 weeks. And so for that initial training, you do 4 weeks of containment, where it's a lot of scenarios and firearms training. And then you do 2 weeks of search and rescue. And then there was a week of canine backup, as well as a week of VIP and dignitary protection, and then a week of public order training. We do training as a team. We do fall and spring sessions of 5 days, and then we also do, I believe it's 5 days of public order maintenance training a year. And then we're also required to pass a physical fitness test every year. One that sticks out in my mind was we had came in as a vehicle that was on fire. Officers attended the scene and they found out that a female from the vehicle had actually gone to a nearby residence to ask for help. And when she found out that the police had been called, her and a male party that was with her, they went running off into a nearby field. So we had canine attend, and we ended up tracking them through a bush, swamp, for an extended period of time, and it was in the middle of the winter, so it was quite cold out, and we ended up finding them. They were suffering from hypothermia in the bush, and we had to assist them to get out to an ambulance and get medical attention that way. So recently we had a vehicle that crashed on the golf course just outside of Fergus, and the male party who was driving it, he was seen walking off into the nearby bush across the golf course. So Constable Reed came for a canine and started the track from around the vehicle, and we went through the bush, out the other side of the golf course, and eventually went into a cornfield, and Timber tracked the male party and eventually found him in the cornfield. So he was hiding, trying to hide from us in the corn. Yes, we quite often, part of our function is search and rescue. So if a child runs off or goes missing from their house, then we are called along with canine. And so we found children that have gone into, at this time of year, it's quite often for them to run off into a cornfield, and they think it's fun for the first couple of rows, but then they get quite a distance in and become disoriented, and then we have to go in and find them. So we do a lot of different functions as ERT members. So depending on what we're doing, we use different equipment and even wear different uniforms. So today I'm wearing a blue uniform, which is what we wear when we're doing warrant service or public order, or just helping do frontline duties. So if I'm doing containment, I would be wearing all green. And so containment is just when we have somebody that we're trying to keep in an isolated area, like they might be armed with a weapon, so we don't want anybody else getting injured, and we want to keep them within a certain area so we can bring in negotiators and our tactics and rescue team and try and de-escalate things that way. So when I'm at that sort of a call, I usually have to I bring my backpack with me because I might be at the call for a very extended period of time. So I have like my raincoat, I have a change of uniform, my sweater, food and water, anything that I might need to be outside for a period of time, I keep in this bag. I've got a couple different vests that I might use. So this vest here, it's quite a bit heavier. It's got ballistic panels in it to give me a bit more extra protection if we're dealing with somebody who has a firearm or something like that. Or when we're doing a canine track, so I can keep extra equipment with me. This is a slightly or a much lighter vest, and this simply goes over top of this vest that I'm wearing today. And if we're doing a public order detail, might have to use the shield here. And this is the gas mask. I've never had to wear it out in the field, but we do training with it every year. And this is one of our public order helmets. Gives us a little more protection. And as I said, one of our primary functions is search and rescue that we do quite often. So if we're out in the bush or a field, we want to be highly visible so that the person that we're looking for, if they see us, they can call out for help. But sometimes we might be out in the bush when it's hunting season, so we need everybody to see us. So that's when we wear this bright hat and this vest. We're available 24/7 basically, and we get called out any time of the day and have to respond as required. So keeps us busy, but it's great.